Hola, hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
Doing very well. Welcome to Amá CONVERSA. Today
Thank
we
you.
have Daniela Lopes, the Terceira, and she lives in Tracy, California now. So we're going to get a little bit into that. So Daniela, where exactly are you from in Terceira? E podes responder em português, inglês, qualquer forma, porque os ouvintes da Amá Conversa também falam em português, também falam em inglês, só estás à vontade.
Okay, so I was born in Terceira, in Angra, and I lived there for all my life
Yes,
until a few years ago, of course.
yes. E qual foi da freguesia que viveste em Terceira?
Oh, eu vivi na Serretinha desde sempre, que é um lugar que todos os terceirenses conhecem. Vivi na Serretinha. Sim. E depois vivi no centro de Angra, mesmo no centro ao pé dos Correios, vivi mesmo no centro da cidade de Angra, onde tinha também um ateliê.
Beautiful. Então, mudaste para Califórnia. You moved to California at a very short time ago, right? Há muito pouco tempo.
Right.
Yes, há ano atrás, or quase 2 anos.
Almost 2, yeah.
Almost 2 years. So she came in 2019. She was ready to rock and roll. And then the pandemic happened. So Daniela is actually a fashion designer. She is an amazing, amazing seamstress. She is, in Portuguese, how do you say? Costureira.
Costureira, yeah. Costureira é a pessoa que faz a roupa e pode ser estilista também. Eu sei que aqui estilista tem um significado um bocadinho diferente de em português, porque é a pessoa que escolhe a roupa.
Pode ser uma coisa, right? Estilista.
Yeah, estilista é a fashion designer, ou então um designer de moda também pode chamar assim.
When I saw Daniela posting online, I'm like, oh my God, first of all, who is this girl? Second of all, I need to talk to her because there's something maybe you don't know about me, but when I was younger, the first college I ever went to was the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in San Francisco. And I love fashion. When I was younger, always drawing, always sketching, different ideas, could be clothes, could be shoes, could be whatever it was. And so I definitely wanted to go to fashion school. And the idea was that I was gonna have this boutique / salon place. And that was like my dream thing to do. And so I went to this school and I learned all about fashion and business, and it was fantastic. But San Francisco, I don't know if you've ever been to San Francisco yet, but it's kind of crazy a little bit. So, so as a young 17, 18-year-old going on the train every day and the buses every day in a city that I don't even know. But it was interesting because eu tinha de amor e de vontade para aprender sobre moda, sobre negócios. So that's the only thing that made me get up in the morning to get on the train and the bus and get in between all those people and those strangers and everything, and it was an adventure. So can you talk to me about como é que começaste a gostar de moda e desenhar different styles? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I started maybe in high school. I started to desmanchar minha roupa. And then I will do it. I will buy the fabrics and cut it through my clothes and start sewing on my grandma's machine, like an old one, the one with the ball that we started. And then I started.
Do you still have this machine, by the way?
My mother has. My mother.
That's amazing. Never.
And then I start doing my stuff and learning more, learning on internet too, learning about fashion. And we were in the islands, so it's the only way that we could get to fashion. It's with internet or magazines. This was about 25 years ago or
okay. Yeah.
It was a long time ago. I'm 39 now. So
you look so young. You look 29. That's beautiful.
And that's how I started. I started to writing a fashion column on a newspaper, a União, jornal União na Terceira. I was talking about what I saw in magazines like Elle and Vogue, the
Yes.
trends in every. I even have the magazines for that from that time.
Oh my
And
God. When
and
we
I
hang out, I want to see this because I love that. So you basically were like a fashion editor kind of person. You would talk about
yes,
what you would wear to the events and stuff like that.
yeah, eu aprendia com aquilo que escrevia, era uma maneira de eu aprender e
Sim.
também de divulgar aquilo que eu gostava. Then I starting to design little things, and I had an opportunity to make my first fashion show in 2004.
Wow.
So that was my first one with a little collection with only 6 pieces, and that's how I started. And then I had a seamstress that worked for me, and I started learning with her. We say in Portuguese, autodidata. It's like I learned by myself, and then I learned with them, with the seamstress.
Got it. Wow.
So the design part of making the sketches, I was in an art program in the high school, and then but we don't learn about that in that program. So
okay.
it was at home. I started
just
drawing.
the design you learned in the program, but not the actual sewing in the program.
Yeah, no, and even the design. We only designed like houses. Now it's different, but in that time it was houses and objects, not clothes at all. But I started by myself drawing and doing like experiências.
Yes, of course.
With fabrics and buying fabrics and put it together, and I like that process, all that process to draw something and to make it happen. So the best compliment that I had in my life, it was like a 6-year-old girl that she looked at the design and then she looked at the dress and she said, oh yeah, and she said, oh, it's the same, like tá igual. So that's a good compliment, because if you can put your ideas in practice, and if you can make it work, it's like you achieve your goal.
Oh because my God, I love it. Yes.
Because not everything that we draw can be made.
Of course, okay? Of course. And when you actually can do it, you feel like I'm on top of the mountain. I just conquered it. You know, like it's a big challenge. And once you conquer it, it's so amazing feeling. And that's how I feel like when I learn a fado, because for me, it's very hard for me to learn the letra, to understand the letra all the way, to remember, and you know, the letra is hard for me to learn it. So once I learn it, and then I can like put my own twist on it or sing it in my own way, like I feel the same as you. Like I feel I just conquered a challenge, you know. So, but you have amazing dresses. So I saw a ton of pictures online, and I'll be sure to be posting a lot on the Palma Media page so everyone can check it out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Daniela, you made Mary Lou's dress that she wore to the Carnaval when she took the dance to Terceira. So they're from Hilmar, then they went to Terceira. Can you talk a little bit about that process? And that was your first big project in California, correct?
It was a pleasure to work with them. They were really good, very welcoming to me. So I'm very blessed for already made that job since the first time that I came. So we went to Los Angeles to pick. I made the designs. I talked them about, because for that design I told them that I would like to, because they don't want something very shining and want something more sober. So I talked to them about dos bordados da Terceira, that they are really beautiful, and I already had
made the wedding dress you did with that on the back. Oh my God,
that was really amazing. I love making it. Has pockets.
You know, a beautiful dress when it has pockets, because for me, when I was looking for a wedding dress, I was like, I need one with pockets. This is freaking cool. Mine had pockets, so yes.
All the like 60 or 70% of the dresses that I made, like for proms and everything, they have pockets.
Yeah,
Everybody.
you need to put your phone, your lipstick, I mean, a mirror, something, right?
So I talked to them about that project because this is something that I want to explore as a fashion designer.
Yes.
As I told you, I believe it has a lot of potential in the fashion market.
I believe it.
Because it's very singular. So I believe you can make a spot in the fashion market.
It's very versatile. I feel a lot of different people would love that design. It's very simple, very clean. It's timeless. So it's classic, but it fits into modern day. So that's why I love it.
And it was really an experimental thing, and it was really well because you don't see that kind of embroidery and
in clothes. You don't see that in clothes. Sorry, let me fix my little clothes.
Well, you can ask for the house they're interested to bordar o vestido de batismo. Sometimes they do that, or some shirts like in the golas or something, but that's it. So, but it works really, really well. And I talk with them about that idea, and they love it. They love it. I show them that wedding dress, and they love that.
Wedding dress made me melt. I was like, I want that dress. It's so beautiful. The bag, gorgeous.
And so we started there, and I made the sketches. I presented them. Everything was okay, and then we went to Los Angeles to pick the fabrics.
Oh my God, that must have been cool.
Was really, really cool. I loved it.
A big adventure for sure, right?
Yes, it was, and it was like I never saw something like that, so big like that, with so many options and so many things. Like I feel that I could stay there a week and I couldn't see everything.
Yes, I bet.
So, and then we went to San Francisco to buy Mary Lou's fabric for the skirt that she had over the pants.
Yes.
So she fitted really well. She gave life to that jumpsuit.
She did.
She is really amazing, and I'm very glad to meet her too. So this is basically the big job that I made here until now, because then I start introducing myself to the Portuguese community, emailing every hall and the internet, introducing my Facebook page, the Lopes bridal and alterations, because I really love to do bridal.
I'll make sure to share the link for sure.
And then COVID started and everything was in standby. So I'm starting now to reaching out new clientele. We moved to Tracy in March because it was a way to be like in the middle of the Portuguese community.
Perfect idea.
We are in our the area.
Yes.
And we are to Sacramento, to Hilmar. So we are it's more easy for me to drive or to come over.
So convenient, so convenient. And
that's why
I have a question for you. How many danças de Carnaval have you made clothes for? And danças de Carnaval is not an easy thing to make clothes for because you have so many different people. So you've made so many different things before.
For danças de Carnaval, this is my third. What I did more, it's marchas.
Marchas, wow.
The São João.
Those dresses are so Carnival dresses are very intricate, lots of details, very beautiful, very flashy. But the marchas, para mim, eu penso que as marchas, os vestidos são ainda mais, tem ainda mais detalhe.
É assim, as pessoas quando me procuram já sabem mais ou menos como é o meu estilo.
Sim.
E sabem mais ou menos como é que são os meus designs. E, portanto, eu fiz a marcha do Havana, que é um bar que tem na Terceira, e fiz durante 10 anos e fiz a roupa deles.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I made the design, I picked the fabrics, I picked the accessories, I give the idea for the hair, for the makeup, for everything. So we worked very well together. And so when they came to me, they already know they like a different style of the traditional marchas.
It's
You know
like a
what I
twist.
mean?
It's different. It's marchas, but definitely when they see it, they know it's you type of a thing, right?
Well,
Yes.
that's one of the things. And then they were very young people, around maybe between like 16 and 35, maybe
Nice.
the age range. So we always speak like color fabrics. I can show you. I can send you pictures.
Yes, please. I would love to see that.
The last one that I made, it was with cork fabric. It was really nice.
Are you kidding me? So everybody.
It was hard. That was hard to work with.
Oh, wow. I cannot wait to see that picture. I love cork. So I wear a cork backpack every single day, and everybody loves that cork backpack. It's by somebody that lives in San Jose. She gets all these Portuguese items and all a bunch of cork stuff. Her name is Raquel Marques. Even these earrings, they're Portuguese. Comes from her too. But anyways, cork, I love cork. And my father, he made a bar in his, we call it the adega. He made it underneath the house, and he made his bar all of cork, made it with just cork. So I love cork. I cannot wait to see
it was a craved cork. It was really nice. I will send you pictures after. And it was a very fresh design. So even with the Danças de Carnaval, it's like I have my own style of design. I have my own design. Of course, I can go to what the client wants and make what they want to.
Yes.
But if they give me the opportunity to design something, it's gonna be more clean, more.
Yes.
Not. I think what describes my design best is less is more. I believe in that. I believe in that because sometimes it's the design that have to come out, or if you have like a rich fabric, you have to give space to the fabric and not the design. So
yes,
I try to work with that. So my designs are not very flashy or shining or something, but
they're very elegant, classic, and beautiful.
This is what I try to do. This is what I like, and I really like working with tulle. You know what tulle is? I don't know.
Yes. Tulle, yeah, é a mesma palavra. Yep.
A mesma palavra, right?
Yeah.
And I love working with tulle, like making big skirts and everything.
Oh, you love princess, like princess.
Like a princess. You can make beautiful designs with tulle, with mixing colors and everything. It's really nice.
Oh my gosh,
So,
I want a tulle fado dress now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So how many projects do you think you did in Terceira? Because you started your fashion show in 2004, and then you started working very heavily with your seamstress friend that was, your mentor, and you did that 2010. You started your own business. So how many projects do you think you have done in Terceira?
I don't have idea.
I
I made a fashion show almost every year. I made a small collection that I would have selling on my atelier. Then I don't know. I made a lot of dresses and marchas and. I have already made a lot of clothes. A lot of yarns were in these hands.
So those fancy dresses that I saw online, those were from Terceira then? Those girls with the beautiful, elegant dresses. Oh my God.
Wow. Yes, because like I told you, I still didn't have the opportunity to show it here.
Yes.
So I'm waiting for everything comes down and come back to normal as possible.
So everyone, are you listening? If you need somebody to make your clothes for Carnaval, or your clothes for the marchas, or your clothes for your wedding, or anything like that, even the capes for the queens of the halls. So if you need anything like that, Daniela can definitely help you out, and I'm very excited because finally this spring we see a little bit of action happening. The COVID is getting a little bit under control. We're getting, the vaccines are, definitely doing its thing. So we see a little bit of events starting to pop up here and there. So I'm very looking forward, and hopefully that you can do some designs very, very, very soon. And I very much look forward to that. I got so excited when I started talking to you because you're like, when I get to do alterations, for example, and what she does. So if you ever need anything fixed, Danielle could definitely help you with that. San Jose, Tracy, Hilmar areas. When I was thinking of you, because you're like, oh, I love it because we spend time together, I get to know the people, and then eventually they become my friends, and whenever they need something, I help them out, and vice versa. And so that took me back to a memory from childhood, because we actually had a costurera friend that, to me, I grew up as calling her my tia. So she was my grandma's age, and she was my grandma's friend. So back in the day, before I was even a thought, when my mom was a little girl, um, that lady used to make the clothes for my grandma, for my mom, and for my aunts, for my tias. So her name was Senhora Aidinha, and I would call her Tia Aidinha. And then later on in life, much later, when I was pregnant, she was my neighbor. So I was so happy that I got to be her neighbor for a little bit. And on my actual wedding day, she came to my house to see me get ready and say hi to me, of course. But when I was a kid, she would make all my dresses, like my first communion dress, or anytime I had to be in a festa or had to do something, Senhora Aidinha would always do my dresses, just like my mom, her sisters, and my Yvonne. So when you were talking and you're like, oh, we get to become friends, and then, you know, I end up doing a lot more for them, et cetera, it just took me back to that, because literally I considered that lady was my tia. Like, I looked at her as a tia, and still to this day, I call her Tia Aidinha. So
yeah,
that's that.
it's a very close relationship that you have with your clients, especially with brides,
Yeah. Oh
because
my
we
God.
spend a lot of time together before the wedding day,
Yes.
like doing fittings. I even take some Polaroids or the
Oh,
fittings for
that is so
them.
cute.
So,
It's
so
an
I'm hoping.
experience, it's a memory, a moment, it's
Yes,
something special,
yes.
you know?
So I hope to do that here too. And I
Of
love to make like
course.
prom dresses, gown
Yes,
dresses.
prom
I
dressing.
love, this is the kind of work that I love.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting to do this kind of work here too. Was one of the reasons that we came, so we can have, it's like uh, more, you have more opportunities to show your work. You're not in the island, and the truth is, in the island, I had my good clients and I
Yes,
had my
yes.
atelier, but sometimes you feel that is not enough anymore. It's not
Okay.
really, it's like you're not doing anything new, and
Okay. So you were
you're
ready
not
for the next level. You're like, I
just
need to
ready.
move so I can level up, kind of a thing.
Yes, and the thing is, in Açores, quase todas as freguesias têm uma costureira, right? Or
Ah,
duas.
oh, okay.
So that's a lot of offer to
A lot of costureras for a small island in town.
yes, for a
Okay.
small, that's the and not everybody wants the design or wants to pay for that kind of
Yes,
of
yes. And
uh,
here
of
you
help.
have, you know, a big, broad audience, and you can get several different
Yeah,
things.
yeah, only my city where I live, it's the double of Terceira. The
Oh,
population here in Tracy, it's like the double of
I
all
didn't
these.
know that. Oh, wow. That put it in perspective right there.
Yes,
Okay, so she's from
yes.
Tracy, and she's saying that just in my, you know, city of Tracy, it's more than Terceira. So,
So
wow.
you see what, and I have people coming from Sacramento,
Oh, yes,
from the
yes,
area, from everybody. You can reach from Livermore, so you
yes.
can.
So easy, Tracy.
It's easy, and then you have the opportunity to make it online too,
Yes,
because you already in the center of where everything happens and everything
of
is
course.
possible. So this is one of my goals. It's to maybe one day start my online collection,
Of
selling
course. Oh my
online or
God, that'd be amazing.
something, or have one of the things that I would like to. It's like to have, but this is a thing for a few
You're
for
a dreamer like
anyway.
me, but you're an achiever. That's awesome. I love that.
It's like to have a business where I could go to the client house like if you want to make a wedding dress, I
Yeah.
would go to your house and you don't have to come to me. A very personalized.
Ooh, that is
Yes.
very personalized. I love that.
Yeah, I know, but this is a thing maybe in the future because
Yes.
probably it's going to be expensive for
Yes,
the
yes. And plus, it's still kind
but
of weird with the COVID, but hey,
yes.
anything is
So
possible, like you say. Anything is possible.
yes, so and doing my collection with the Verdades da Terceira is one of my biggest goals. So I
I
hope
can't wait.
maybe next year I could present my collection to the Portuguese community. So we hope a lot of dreams. Let's see how it goes.
Yes. Oh my God, that is so exciting. I cannot wait to see what you're going to do with Brilage. And I already told you when we were talking earlier that I want to be one of your models because I love your stuff. And one day when you have a fashion show here, we're going to make it all big. We're going to make it beautiful. And it's going to be an exciting time. I
I
literally
hope
cannot wait.
so. I hope so.
Yes, so I'm so excited because I never learned how to sew. Never. I know how to do crochet, stuff like that, simple things,
I don't know. I don't know how to
beading,
do
scarves.
nothing of that. I
But
don't know
see, I
how.
don't know how to do nothing of sewing. Like maybe I could sew a hole. I could sew a hole. I could sew a button,
It's a
but
beginning.
but I can't sew a dress together. I can't sew nothing. And when I was a kid, I always was fascinated by that because my mom actually had a sewing machine herself, and she would make all of our Halloween costumes. She would make all of our stuff. Or like say when it was the Espírito Santo Festa, and we were angels. She made our angel costumes for that too. And so I grew up with my mom being creative and making cute things. I'm not sure if she sketched it out first or what she did or how the process was, but I just know that I had different costumes all the time. So that was
Yeah.
cool. And if I ever needed, like, okay, I'm a short person, so the pants are usually way too long for me, or the dresses are way too long for me. So my mom would kind of help me out with that. So that was a good thing for me because she was right there and she could easily do it anytime. So your kids are so lucky that they have a mom that is so amazing, that can make amazing clothes. I can only imagine when they're older and they need to go to prom or they're in a festa or in Group Carnaval or in a marcha and their mom is making the clothes. That is so
Okay,
cool.
we'll see about that. You know what? Em casa de ferreiros espeto de pau, sometimes for home, you're the last.
Oh my God. No, 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 no. I didn't.
Even for me, I love to making my clothes,
Yes, I
but
was going to ask you that. Do you make your own stuff too?
yes, I make not everything, but
That's so cool.
I usually make, and if I go to a wedding or something, I always make my clothes.
That's
So
amazing.
I try to do some. There are things that are not worth it to do, but
Yeah,
the most things I do. So,
so
but
cool.
it's true when it's for yourself or for your house. So I'm too tired. Another day.
Yes, but if it was for somebody else, then you like put all your heart and soul into it.
I
You make it
know.
the best. But it's for you. You're like, oh, I could do it later. I could.
I know, but
Yeah.
I learned to sew with, like I told you, with my avó, and
Yes.
actually my bisavó, she would
Oh,
made a lot of clothes when even taking measures. She will make
what? She just look
dresses.
at you and be like, okay, I know where
I
you are over there.
Yes, yes, and I was very lucky that I have a very supportive family, and
Yes.
my boyfriend, that is my husband now, offered
Yes.
me my first sewing machine. So I
Oh
always,
my
I
God.
always, I always had a lot of support, and that is cool too, because that's
Yes, of course.
you have some strength to go after your dreams. So
Yes,
that is
that is amazing. So you had your great grandma, your grandmother, helping you out, learn a little bit, and then you had your mentor, and then you said that your husband bought you your
yes.
first sewing machine. So that's pretty cool. So how many sewing machines do you have then, Daniela?
Well, now I only have two.
Okay, okay, okay.
Because I didn't brought anything for here, so
Oh,
I
okay.
have two. But it's enough to make good work.
Yes, of
So
course. And so the machines so one specializes in one thing and one specializes in another, or is it just like
yes, it's
literally like
like
a backup just in case, or
no. It's like
it's specialized?
a stitching machine and an overlock machine. It's the basic that you need for make clothes.
Got it. Got
do
it.
the finishing and to sew what you need. So
Oh my gosh. So you
I
do
made
everything.
Hilmar.
Tops, dresses, everything.
Yes, I made. I the only thing that I don't do, or like I do only shirts or vests, is men clothes,
Okay.
like
Okay.
jackets and thing. I'm more with dresses and jumpsuits and all these kind of things.
So more for the women. More for the women.
Yes, like in marchas, I did the guys thing, but we always bought the pants because
Got
it's
it.
more cheap, and sometimes the shirts because it's more cheap. I only do the
Yeah.
vest.
More easy
Or
just to get that already done, but a skirt,
yes,
a dress, something
yes.
unique
So
for women.
for the men, we usually buy the pants and the shirts, or I
And you
would
make
make
the
the
best.
shirt, or I would make the vest, or I would make the shirts.
Got it.
But women's clothes is what I like to do most.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Even for little girls, it's so fun.
Yes. Oh yes. That's another thing. Like she can do anything. First communions, quinceañeras. Like quinceañeras, I think you would love quinceañera dresses because they love tulle too. They're usually big
I
like
know.
princess dresses. I mean, hello, sweet 15. So sweet 16 birthdays, anything like that, Daniela could definitely help you
I
out.
I made a lot of like mother and daughter dresses for going to
Oh my god, I need to do
weddings
that.
or something. Yes,
Oh
it's
my god,
really
that's
fun
smart.
because they feel like a diva when they go to fitting, and they
Seriously, oh, that is so cute. I want to do that now because honestly, I think I should because sometimes I do wear some things that Emilia, my daughter, she's like, Mom, I want one too, but it doesn't come in her size, right?
yeah.
So that I think she would definitely love that experience. Me and her, we have a pair of leggings the same, and I can tell you, just having those leggings the same, she lost her mind. So she was so happy and excited with that. So I can't wait for the future. Thank you for that idea, Daniela. I could talk to you all day. You can see that I have a passion for fashion as well. But is there any last words that you would like to say to Amá CONVERSA listeners?
First of all, I want to thank you for the interview, for the
Oh,
opportunity
thank you.
to show my work because it's really it's
I love your work.
thank you. I really need this opportunity to introduce
Yes,
myself
more
to
people
the
need
world.
to see your work because you
Yes,
have the talent and you have an amazing eye. You have an amazing style. I love it all, seriously. So
thank you.
thank you for posting, or else I would have never seen it because you were posting on some of the groups that I follow, and I was like, wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah,
So I'm so happy.
I was trying to reach the maximum people
Yes,
that I could.
yes.
So thank you for that, and
Thank you.
I want to tell that I'm available to work with everybody in the designs, or just making whatever design they want, or help picking the fabric. Sometimes this is the most difficult thing, is picking the
Yes.
right
Oh my God.
fabrics for the designs that we have. And so I am available. Just contact me through I believe you're going to post my
Yes.
Facebook page,
I'll
and
post all the links.
you can reach me for that, or for email, because till now most of my contacts are from Facebook, or
Wow.
it's a good way to reach me and see my
It
work.
is.
So I'm available to talk and to do whatever you need.
Any project. She is open for business. She has been waiting for her moment. She came to
Yeah.
California ready for opportunities and excitement. And then the pandemic happened, but now, it's starting to look better and she is ready to rock and roll.
I believe next year is gonna be the year, because now we're still adapting everything. I saw that some festivals are going to
But
be
next
made.
year it's going to be more strong.
Yes, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I agree. 2022. It's going to be your year, girl. It's going to be your year.
Hope so.
I know this for a fact. It's going to be your year. So thank you again, Daniela. I appreciate you. Cannot wait to see what you do. And whenever you want to come on Amá CONVERSA, as portas estão abertas. You're always
Obrigada.
bem-vinda. Thank you so much. Beijinhos.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.